would enough.
My body temperature's still pretty cold from the ice bath.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm like, I realize it's not cold in here, is it?
No.
Yeah, I'm freezing.
I think it's 73.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like it's like 50 degrees. My
That's
coffee's
funny.
so warm, I'm like, oh.
Okay, well, hello loves, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Angelique if you are new here, and this is my lovely boyfriend.
Hello.
This is Sawyer Hartman.
Nice to meet you.
For
Well,
those-
see, what the heck am I doing?
I don't know.
Hi everybody, I'm Sawyer. I'm her boyfriend.
This is my boyfriend of 7 years. We just had our 7-year anniversary back in August, but I was out of town, and around our anniversary we always do like a little Q&A or...
Crap, 7 years.
I know, well now well
like-
over 7.
That's 20... It's like 2,450 days, roughly.
Wow. That's a lot of days. And we have
That
spent
can't
pretty
be
much
right.
every single one of them
That
together.
can't be right. Hold on. Hey Siri, how many days are in 7 years?
7 years is 2,500.
I was off by 100. Okay.
That's a lot of days. So anyways, now that I am back from Utah, I am home in Hawaii, I thought we would do a Q&A per usual. I had you guys send in questions, and I thought it'd be fun, just, you know, normal.
Answer them.
Answer them,
It's pretty straightforward.
pass the phone back and
I
forth.
think I can deal with that.
Have you done a Q&A before, babe? No?
Never.
Never?
I've actually never disclosed any personal information about myself to anyone on the internet.
Oh, it's your lucky day, guys. All right, should we get started? Hey, babe, happy 7-year anniversary.
Happy your 7-year anniversary.
Yeah, we haven't even really properly
Let me ask my
celebrated
own question. Do you
Yeah.
ever think we'd get here? Because I didn't. That's a long ass time.
Yeah, no, I thought we would make it.
Okay, well that's good. Then you're more optimistic than I am.
Yeah, no, I think I'm definitely the optimistic one in our relationship.
At least we've
Yeah,
established that.
okay. So, first question. How's life in Hawaii?
It's good. I mean, I've been here. It's over 2 years now. I haven't left once.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit of island fever.
Which is good. Maybe it's time for
yeah,
you
it's
to
also
travel.
probably part of COVID. You know,
Yeah,
I've just
that
we've
doesn't
been home a
help.
lot. But yeah, I mean, I love it. It's exactly what you picture. It's just a lot of nature. I take full advantage of it.
Yeah, no, Hawaii's great. It is definitely like living on vacation, meaning like you still have to work and live, but
Oh, do you?
well,
It's
you're
news
supposed
to
to.
me. Yeah, okay.
You're
At some
supposed
point.
to, but you really do get to like live in paradise, and that's pretty cool. Okay, question number 2. What has changed in the last year of your relationship?
Why don't you take that one?
Okay. I feel like Sawyer and I pretty much spent every day of those 2,500 days together, but
2,550.
okay, whew, to be
It's
exact.
2,600 now.
Okay, fine.
Sorry.
Anyways, I feel like this last year has been even better just because with COVID, like we kind of found, I don't know, we kind of gotta like find hobbies together. We created a garden, we landscaped our front yard, we spent a lot of time with our dogs and boys and family, and I just think those little moments, we appreciate them more because this year has just been crazy in general. And so I think we've just, even though it's been 7 years, have grown closer in the last year, I would say.
Yeah, it's been, I agree completely. But like for me, it's kind of like, they always say this honeymoon period. And I think that's like, when you look at someone and you're just like, oh, I love you so much, I want you, like blah, blah, blah. Like that always wears off in every
Yeah.
relationship. And then most people kind of don't know where to go from there.
Yeah.
And like this year, like you said, like we have the garden, like just falling into like a proper routine.
Like a life together.
Yeah, but finding more joy in the routine than the honeymoon period has been my experience. And that to me is pretty cool
Yeah.
because that's more sustainable.
I agree.
And it's something you can actually proactively work at.
Yep.
And world peace.
Yeah. Next question. Where would your destination wedding be?
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I think-
it's no point. Everyone would be so confused if we were like, we're going to Kansas. They'd be
Yeah,
like,
no.
Oh.
Kansas would be an odd
Yeah,
choice.
everyone else wants to come here, so.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I think like I've always visioned like I love like an Italian looking wedding, like that like European look, but you can create that anywhere. I just like when I'm on Pinterest, that's like half of my board, but I know that's
Never been to an Italian wedding, so I have
I've only
zero
been
clue
through
what that looks
through
like.
Pinterest.
I just picture a lot of Italian people at a wedding.
No, it's like the ambiance and like, but you can create that with anything. I just have happened to like say that. We'll talk about that further.
I'll just let you
Yeah.
take care. You can have whatever you want.
Cool.
Because I
You
don't
heard it
care.
here first.
I'm gonna be so shocked I'm getting married that's gonna be all I can cope with. So
Cool.
you can do whatever
I
you
can
need.
handle the rest. Don't worry. All right. Next question. I will click off the ones that we've
Oh,
done.
wow, that's efficient. Is this your forever home? I don't know. It depends. I mean, it depends. I mean, yeah, I'm perfectly. A better example would, are we happy with this being our forever home? My answer would be, yeah, absolutely. Like, this is a dream come true. Not only forever home of where we live, but our actual home we live in.
Yeah.
That being said, if I fall into $10 million, I'll probably get something with a pool.
And a garage.
And yes, and move a little closer to the beach. But we don't need any of it.
No.
And I think I actually already know as well that if we got that, it would cause more problems. This is like a perfect balance of sustainability and pleasure.
I think the only thing that we would do is like expand on this house.
I'd
Like,
buy the house behind and
Yeah.
level it and make it a compound.
if we could, or like go up or add in the back. Like we've talked about it, like if we do stay here, like adding kids and other things into the mix, we can expand here at this house if we wanted and
Yeah.
needed.
I really want to buy all my neighbors' houses and like
Just
make
by
it
the
into
street.
I know it sounds horrible and people are like, this is exactly what you would do coming to Hawaii, but I know, I'm sorry. I want to like make a compound and have a pool in the middle like a resort and have all my family live here.
That
It'd
would
be awesome.
be cool. Would be cool.
It'd be awesome.
Okay, next question.
Hey Pants, how you doing?
Any big house or outdoor space projects coming? None that are like specifically in the works like right now, like no plans have been made, but we do have like things that we want to do. Like we want to fix the deck or build a deck in the backyard and like fix that area.
I just finished my shooting range yesterday.
Yeah,
I
we
built-
just finished the front yard, so we're kind of like finishing up projects, and then we'll kind of like figure out what else we want to do. The beauty of this house is like there's just little projects we can do. There's never like a big renovation. It's just things we want, and so we can always find things
Yeah, it's
to,
small
like-
improvements. There's
Yeah.
not like any obvious like, ooh, that's gonna have to be fixed.
Yeah,
We've already kind of tackled all those.
so that's kind of cool.
How you doing, hound dog?
Next question.
Do you feel pressured to get married after being together for so long? Obviously not. No.
No, I think my thought on this is I actually get asked this a lot, like, oh, you guys have been together for so long, like, why aren't you married? And honestly, like,
Why are you so nosy?
Well, that, and we've just taken it at our own pace, and I'm glad we have. Like, the amount we've learned before marriage I feel like has been very beneficial to, like, the longevity of our relationship. To figure it out before marriage without the pressure of, like, being married, I don't know if that makes sense. I just imagine everyone has all these problems after marriage, and it's like, I feel like if you would have taken a step and, like, I don't know, like, relaxed and didn't rush through it, you might have learned a little bit more through that process. I don't know if that makes sense.
I understand your point of view. I have a different one, but I definitely understand where you're coming from.
I just like that we've taken our time. It was our choice, and we just had something we wanted out of our relationship.
I personally think there's no difference. It's just a label. It's like,
Yeah, I guess.
it's just literally a label. The only difference would be is if you had some religious affiliation and then felt shame or pressure because you cannot get divorced.
That's a valid.
That would change it, but
Yeah.
like both of our parents are divorced, so
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's
whatever. And obviously marriage doesn't stand for a whole lot, so we might as well just be together as long as we are, right, buddy?
Anyways, hi Pants. How'd you get up here?
I
Okay.
switched them for my coffee.
All right, next question. Where did Sawyer get your beautiful necklace from? Do you remember?
Yeah, David Yerman.
Oh yeah, David Yerman. This was our first Valentine's together, and it is actually the first diamond he ever bought a girl, and it was me, and I wear it every day. I almost lost it once. Actually, not almost. I did lose it.
We'll link to that very emotional video here. I found it in a parking
yeah.
lot. Yeah,
It was a
there's
whole thing,
video
and I
of it.
came home. I was
Whole
so
thing.
sad. I was panicked, and my superhero of a boyfriend actually found it somehow. I don't know how.
You think you're the same people as you were 7 years ago? I'm not the same person I was 3 days ago. So
Sawyer is like, yeah, he's
Yeah.
ever evolving.
I'm like a self-burning phoenix. Like
Yeah.
I don't like who I am. I find aspects I don't like, and I strip it away and try to rebuild.
Yeah, I am not the same person I was 7 years ago. I don't think anyone's the same person that they were 7 years ago. You're always...
Physically not. You're definitely older, too. You're 7
Yeah.
years older.
I mean, I look back and just think I was 20 when I met him, and the amount that I know now and who I am today is definitely not who I was at the party that Sawyer met me at. So, no, we're not the same people. Somebody asked, what new car did you end up picking?
Who, you?
Me,
Oh, yeah.
Sawyer got a new car. He ended up picking a huge truck. It's a Black Widow Ram 1500 Special Forces Edition. I did it.
Something like
It
that.
was a little mixed up in the...
Yeah.
But that
Yeah, I
is
just
it.
bought the biggest truck I could find.
It is really cool.
It seemed very practical. So.
It is really pretty.
Yeah.
But I was actually looking at a new car as well, and it sold. It's the only one on the lot, so it's not going to happen right now, but it was really pretty as well. It had a really pretty white interior. So no, I did not end up picking a new car, but...
I think you landed on a Range Rover.
Yeah.
Or, because like the Jeeps are pretty much the same as the one you have.
Yeah, I wanted either a new Jeep or looking at a Range Rover that was like comparable to size, and that one sold.
You're
and the
buying a
Jeep's
lot
thing-
more money for a bigger sunroof. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
really.
so the Jeeps literally have not changed at all on the inside. So I think I'm going to keep my car for now, but I do know what I want in the future. This question is for me. How is it dating somebody with depression?
How is that?
How is that?
I know what it's like trying to live with them.
Honestly, it's okay.
You can be very honest
No,
about
no,
it,
no,
'cause
I
I'm actually
know.
more curious than they are.
No, I think it's when you're... So I grew up in a home where we had our own issues and our own things going on. So I think I've been very, very accepting and very willing to help people. I'm definitely a caregiver, caretaker. That's just who I am naturally. So dating somebody with depression, I just feel like I was kind
It's
of...
a lot of care to give, that's for sure.
Yeah, I was raised... What am I trying to say here?
You were built for it.
I was built for it. Thank you. I was literally
like Batman.
Yeah, I was trained to do this. If this makes sense. That's just who I am. I've always been. I just love to take care of you, and I think I'm very understanding and very willing to like listen when somebody's going through something. So when he is having his moments or a down day, I never judge. I just try to listen and be there for him, and that can go a long way for somebody with depression.
There's also two types. I mean, there's depression, such a broad categorization. I actually wrote something the other night trying to explain what it is from my perspective to someone, but there's two types of depression in my mind that you can be living with. There's actually three types. There's the person who doesn't know they're depressed, and they are. I could imagine
That's
very hard
different.
to live with. There's a person who is depressed, but desperately wants not to be. And then there's the person who is depressed, who is currently consumed by it, and they're fearful of moving outside of it. I know for me, it's very hard for me to live with depression. Not for me because I've accepted how I feel, but constantly needing other people to help you when all you want is to help them can be very tricky. It can be very painful for the person with it. But I will say, if you're living with someone who is depressed and doesn't know they're depressed, I think that would be a very different situation. I'm so acutely aware of it that my entire life is now set up to try to combat it.
I honestly, it's just, this is a saying that I say all the time, and Sawyer probably wants to hit me in the face every time I say it, but just one day at a time. That's been a saying in my house, and
It's just one day is too long for someone with depression.
Well, that's true, but the point is, don't get too hard, don't get ahead of yourself,
It's more like just stay right.
Well, that's what I mean.
Stay with me for a moment.
That's what I mean. Don't get ahead of yourself. Just one step at a time, one day at a time, and that's a little bit easier to digest. Okay.
Last thing, real quick, for anyone that's triggered or that has depression right now, what I've found in combating it is go do the most uncomfortable thing you can think to do. And through that, you will rebuild yourself. Like I started taking ice baths, and then I started working out, and this has literally only been this week. And all of the things I did that made me feel good, I stopped them. I think depression is a form of chemical imbalance for sure, but it's also a weakness that the person who has it knows is there. If you can take control of it
Yeah.
and try to beat it out of yourself, it worked for me, or is working for me. And I just wanted to share it with anyone.
We'll keep you updated on
Yeah,
it.
I'll keep you.
We're like day 4.
See how we get next week.
Yeah. All right, tips for moving overseas as a couple. The moving process is always tough.
Take as little as you can.
Yeah, sell what you can. Try not to bring as much. I mean, we literally gutted our house. Mind you, we were coming from 2 different apartments, so our furniture is mixed matched. It wasn't like ours. It was each person. So I personally just wanted to like start fresh. We sold everything, literally gave everything away.
We lived together for 2.5 years, right?
Well, yeah, but it wasn't like we bought stuff together.
I see what you're saying.
Like it was like your bedroom set, my dresser. Nothing was.
Just making sure I remembered that correctly.
No.
Yeah,
What I meant is nothing was matching, nothing was picked out together. So now this house is ours. It's our furniture. I don't know. It was just something that I wanted when we moved here, and it really helped.
Also, plan for it to be more expensive than you think.
Oh yeah.
Because it will be.
Overseas, there's definitely some added costs that you do not think of. We learned that the fun way. Yeah, we'll go with fun. Okay. Can't remember. Oh, ask me this one.
Can't remember if you mentioned this before. Apologies if you have, but have you always wanted to be a mom? Yeah.
Yeah. I was built to be a mom. Like I said, I'm a caretaker, caregiver. I cannot wait to be a mom. Like poor Sawyer, every time I see something cute, I'm like, oh my gosh, like imagine this on a little
Ollie?
child. Ollie, yep, he wears bandanas. I dress them up. I'm meant to be a mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Glad
Which is good, because most of the girls I dated were not, and would have been very unfortunate if they were the mother of my child.
Right.
So I'm excited for you to be.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm very glad.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad you chose me too. Do you want to know when Sawyer will propose, or do you want it to be a surprise? I want it to be a surprise. I don't know anything that he's working on timing-wise or what he's doing. I don't want to know.
That's kind of true, kind of not.
Well, I don't know.
She wanted to have a lot of say in the ring
Well,
and
yeah.
all that. So once you start
I have
having
a
that
question about
discussion, well, we'll get there.
I-
But
yeah, I have a question about that later on.
oh,
This was just about proposal.
I would hate to ruin the end of this video.
So yeah, I want it to be a surprise. But also, like, I need to get my nails done.
It's
so,
good
like,
because you don't really have much of a say in it.
This is true. Okay, next question. Marriage, question mark? Babies? We are all waiting. Haha, which one will come first?
Marriage.
Marriage. Then comes baby and the baby
Yeah.
carriage. Yeah. I mean, we actually contemplated for a minute.
Life happens.
Yeah.
You just do what you do.
No, I know, but we had talked about it like, I don't know, a year ago. Like, do we have a baby first? Like, what do we want to do?
When did we talk about that?
Yeah, we're on Hitch. We're like, we were
Oh, I
talking
see
about.
what you're saying.
We're like, do we just, I don't know. There was a lot going on, and we were just like, do we do kids first or marriage? And it's all happening differently.
Okay, marriage is just buying yourself a business card with whatever title you want on it. It's not much more than that.
It's
And a
true.
tax write-off, so
It is.
whatever.
Oh man. Okay.
What did your time apart the last few months teach you about life, make you value more about each other? Well, we were both dealing with mortality.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for you, I'm the same. I mean,
Well-
you can go first, but
Some people may not know. I was in Utah for the last 6 or 7 weeks. I just got back about a week ago. And I was there with family, and due to like privacy reasons, I'm not going to say what or who or
Super
what's going
fair.
on. Yeah, just out of respect for that person. But I was there helping my family, and mortality was a big part of that. And while I was gone, Sawyer was also dealing with something here and mortality on his end. He had something going on with his liver.
still do.
Still do. And so we've been dealing with that, and it was weird because I was in Utah, he was here, his mom was here helping him, I was there helping my family, and so there was a lot of maturity and communication that had to happen because I wasn't there with him, I was there in Utah. It was just a lot going on, and I feel like it brought Sawyer and I a lot closer because we both realized what was important to us. It was literally like in our face, like we had no choice but to face a lot of these big situations. And I don't know, I realized I wanted you to be my partner in everything. even more so than I already did. It was one of those, I called him, I was like, is it weird that I want kids even more so with you now? And he was like, that's not weird at all. So.
And my thing was like, when I thought like there's a possibility of, or when I was faced with my mortality, I was trying to figure out why I wasn't okay dying. Like, well, what about it I wasn't okay with? Like, I've accomplished everything I thought I wanted, and then I realized, well, it ends with me, and I really want kids to like keep my genes going into the future. And then that was it. I was like, oh wow, I'm not okay with dying because I haven't done enough, and it's not that I haven't done enough in my career. I haven't had kids yet, and that's a perspective change.
That was a big one for him.
Yeah.
A big one, because there was a point where he didn't know if he wanted kids, and I had to like talk him into it, and now we're like, this is what we want. And I think that's, over the last 2 months, I think both of our wants and needs and everything like aligned, and we're in the right spot right now. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good way to.
It's a good way to do it.
Yeah. Here we go, babe. Will Sawyer pick the right ring when you get engaged? And have you guys looked at rings together?
Yeah. I have a feeling that if I had my mind on a ring, it would be a ring any girl or guy is probably okay with. It doesn't matter what your preference. I think it'll be fine.
I may have done some prior research and dropped a very subtle hint.
You might have to go to the gym, start
Yeah.
getting it so you can lift your arm up.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. I don't know anything about that
It's
side
just
of
little
it.
things on my end.
All I know is I did have a vision, and his vision actually lined up a lot with what was in mine. Like years ago, I had an idea of a ring, and he just now told me, he goes, I did not like that one. He goes, I didn't like that shape or style, and now this one, yeah.
Again, no, it's not mine. I don't care. I just want you to be happy. I think that's.
I know.
I think that's the first lesson of marriage, and I haven't even gotten there yet. Is if you have any personal goals that aren't based on your partner's goals, you probably shouldn't get married. For real.
That's fair.
For real.
For real. Have you guys looked at rings together? Yeah. We haven't gone to a store. We kind of did ours a little differently. I just showed a lot of pictures, but we never went and like fit. Well, I did try on one because I sent you for like a size situation, like for my finger. So I went by
just
myself.
happened to be there. Yeah.
No, you didn't go with me.
No, I know, but I
FaceTimed
mean,
you.
I know for all of the talks.
Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
just
He
let
had
you
to sit-
talk.
He had to sit there and just
Yeah,
take
I just
it.
sat there.
I would recommend that, boys. Just don't even. Just let her talk.
Do you really care?
Yeah. It might get you nervous, but just let her talk. Just
Yeah,
let her share all the details about it, because she'll only get to do it once.
And just remember, if you don't agree with her, you don't have to say anything, but you also don't have to marry her. So
you also
there's
don't have
always
to
that.
buy that one. All right. Well, okay.
It's true.
But anyways, I don't know that this is happening, so it's fine. When you imagine your lives in another 7 years, what do you see? You've been
Oh
together
man,
for
I hope
7,
I'm here.
so it's
Yeah. Just I don't know. I think a lot of unhappiness comes from thinking about where you want to be,
Fair.
and then every day trying to analyze if you're on the right path or not. 7 years ago, I never thought I would be in a relationship with someone who lives in a house with me. There's no point looking that far down the road.
I mean, if anything,
For me.
if these last 2 months have taught Sawyer and I anything, is you really can't get too ahead of yourself.
You can, but
You
it's
can,
it's
but
just ridiculous.
It is.
What
so,
are we gonna do when we get to the restaurant and the waitress asks where we want to sit? It's like, who cares? You'll figure it out in the moment.
I think personally, 7 years, I would love to have a family with you. I'd love to be all these things, but life will happen how it's going to happen, and I'm just excited to see where it goes, because there's just a lot going on.
I hope to be positively
Yeah.
impacting other people.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 years is a long time. Now the last question is, when are you guys getting married? And obviously we don't know.
Well, I know.
Well, okay, he has
Because I
a
get
plan.
to decide. I
Yeah.
can say right now, or
But
I'm gonna make you suffer 12 years from now. I can do whatever I want. I'm almost God in this situation.
kind of.
Except for God, who could throw a wrench at me quite quickly. So,
We don't know. We will let you know when we get there.
oh, you'll know.
Oh, you'll know.
Oh, I'll be making content again. Yeah.
And I can't wait to share everything, because that's what we do.
I got one question for you.
Oh, you got a question?
Yeah, because you can't clean forever.
What?
what does the future of your YouTube channel look like for you?
Oh, honestly, I think my YouTube channel, you're right, I can't clean forever, but I think...
You can, but it's just...
Well, I will be. I will have to clean a house forever, but I think the future of my YouTube channel will really be more so like a mom YouTuber. Like, I think I will thrive when it comes to kids and like sharing what works for me and my kids and just kind of sharing that journey. I just know that's like who I am as a person, and so when it comes to that time, like, you guys will just see a totally different side of me. Like, I just know that that's my calling.
I could see that.
And so just like even
Mom-tuber.
Yes, exactly. Like sharing cute little outfits from Zara, and then also like sharing like what I made for my kids' lunch or how to puree baby food. I know it sounds ridiculous, but
You're that video that pops up in my feed. I'm like, how the hell did that get there?
Exactly, but I cannot wait. And hopefully at that point, you guys will also have kids and we'll kind of all be in that same chapter and grow into that together, because I think I would be excited.
That's pretty
for that.
cool.
I would love to be a mom and just kind of share that journey with you guys. So, I don't know.
Fair.
Yeah, I'll probably do other stuff too, but as far as YouTube, I'd like to share that with you guys. So, I think that's it.
Cool.
Yeah. What are you gonna do on your
I'll be
channel?
a dad tuber.
A dad tuber.
No, but in all honesty, like, I think the older I get, because I'm 31 now, and my dad was kind of in and out because he's a pilot throughout my life. So, like, I've grown up not knowing some certain truths that are uncomfortable, like life being hard and depression is real, and it only gets harder as you go on. And I want to tackle some of that stuff. I want, even if it makes people not like me or think I'm a certain way, I want to give people some of the information I think they deserve so that they can better prepare themselves for life, because it can be all butterflies and rainbows, but you're still going to get hit by a truck at some point. And I think a lot of people aren't willing to talk about that truck. So I think my channel is going to be a lot of...
It's going to be a truck channel?
Truck management, getting hit by them, and how to recover.
That's funny.
But that's, same things I want to teach my kids. That's why I said dad tuber, but, like, I've done a lot of thinking what I want my channel to be. I want it to be knowledge transfer. That's why I think I'm alive, is to learn and pass it on.
Yeah.
So that maybe someone else can learn in an easier way than I had to.
Yeah, I'm excited to be a parent.
That's good.
I am.
That's really good.
So I think that's it. I think that is our 7-year Q&A this year. Yeah.
Hope it was romantic enough for you.
Just a little bit of an update, as well as just kind of like chatting with you guys. It was kind of a chatty one.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I know you guys like longer videos on my channel, so here you go. But I'm just really excited to see what the next little bit holds. Yeah, Sawyer and I have just been, life has been put into perspective, and I think I've really been enjoying it. So, anyways.
Getting older is fun, y'all.
Yeah,
just wait.
Let's just tell that.
Oh, just wait.
All right, well, I'm excited to share life with you guys. I always have been, so now I'm just rambling. So anyways, let's go ahead and end this video, shall we?
Thank you guys for watching. We really enjoyed it. We hope y'all are having an incredible day. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Give her a subscribe so that, when her mom tubing comes around,
you guys are already here
you're the
and
first
ready
to know.
Yeah.
And other than that, I love y'all very much. And shall we say bye in 3, 2, 1?
Bye.